Some of you might not be able to get a graphics card right now, but you still want to upgrade your computer, maybe add some bling. Well, V1 Tech reached out about doing a video about their backplates, but something a little different than what you've seen before on this channel. So let's get into that. My name is Chris, this is Coalition Gaming, and today I'll be your computer technician. Real quick, if you're new around here and are into tech, PC, hardware, gaming, stream tips, tutorials, news, and reviews, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss a single upload. Also, I stream to Twitch at twitch.tv/Coalition Gaming Crew every Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, so feel free to drop a follow and stop on by and let's chat. Anyways, let's get to the video. So we've featured V1 Tech several times on this channel already, and one as recently as our $3,000 all AMD PC build I did for my brother, which I'll have linked right up here if you guys want to check out some of that stuff. Really awesome. So they reached out asking if I wanted to do a video about their temperatures and the backplate. You might find that intriguing, but realistically, if you think about it, and a lot of people have asked this question, is does adding a backplate, this is V1 Tech's bread and butter, by the way. They have a lot of other different products, but this is one of the main things. What originally caught my eye from them are the backplates. Now, again, a lot of people have asked, can putting a backplate on a graphics card like this raise the temperatures of the graphics card? As we know, heat radiates off the graphics cards more than just from the fans. It's coming off of the back. Nowadays, chips are on the back of the card, and the backplates actually do work as opposed to just sit there and look pretty. In the earlier days, GPU backplates even held back PC temperatures by, well, they held back the graphics card by making them run hotter because they had nothing to conduct the heat from the PCB into the metal backplate and then off into the rest of the case and out the fans. Well, that has changed in recent times, not completely, but whatever the case is, if you're worried about a V1 Tech backplate or any backplate like that causing temperature issues, today we're gonna do a little research and figure that out. So in this mini rig right here, this is my pride and joy because of how creative the build was. My laptop CPU in a desktop build with an RTX 2060 Founders Edition with a full solid backplate. So this is probably be the best case scenario for this sort of thing, because there are other backplates that, like with the newer cards, I don't know, like the one that we use in my brother's build, there's a cutout so air can actually flow through all the way. Whereas the RTX 2060 Founders Edition, well, there's nowhere for the air to go. It can't flow through the card. It's a full solid backplate. And that's what's in this build. We're gonna throw that on there. We're gonna take some temperatures right now before we even turn the thing on. And then we're gonna run a stress test, then take temperatures again. Then we're gonna throw the backplate on and then take temperatures again. And let's see if there's any significant difference with and without the backplate. All right, so here we are looking at the 2060, and I have my laser thermometer here. So metal is a little bit more reflective, and that's why I put a piece of electrical tape back there so I could aim it at the different areas. Right now, just sitting here, hasn't been turned on. We're gonna take the temperatures right here, and we're seeing, because of a little overexposed here, we're seeing 84.2 in different spots here. What is that right there? 84.4 on the electrical tape. So that is looking like it's the hottest. Okay, we're seeing 84. I'm moving around the graphics card right now. 84, back to the tape, 84.2. All right, so it's pretty uniform, around 84 degrees all over the back of the graphics card right now. So let's turn it on, put a stress test on it, and then see what we get. All right, so I'm gonna be running Unigen Valley on this for about 15 minutes, and let's see how the temperatures come out. Let's go ahead and fire it up right now, and I'll be right back.
A few inches later.
All right, now I've left it running for actually more like 20 minutes. And Valley itself is reporting a peak temp of about 68, 69, nice, Celsius. And that's where we're at on the, well, as far as what it's reporting on the core. Let's measure the temperature on the backplate. So again, we're peaking at core 68, 69. So that's that. All right, so I'm gonna leave the computer running as I check this time. That way it doesn't lose too much of its heat. I just took the side panel off, and what are we seeing here? 130 degrees on the backplate now in different spots. Let's go over here, 120, 117. As we get closer to the core, which is over here, 128. Now let's look on the tape. 128, 130. Let's move it around. 124. See, I'm trying to see, as you can see here, where's a good hot spot here. 130 seems to be the hottest that I can find right now. On 132. All right, so we got it. There it is, right over here above where it says RTX 2060 seems to be a hot spot. 135. Yeah, literally right above the logo. Quick update, right before I was gonna shut it down, I saw 72C on the core. We'll remember that. All right, now we're back, and before this thing cools off too much, let's get Valley running. Okay, we'll see you guys in about 15 minutes, at least for me.
3:28 a.m.
All right, it's been about 20 minutes actually, and here we are still in Unigine Valley, and I'm seeing a max CPU temp now of about 71, 72. That's the same as it was before the backplate. So as far as I'm concerned right now, the backplate hasn't affected the temperatures of the core. However, like I mentioned, some graphics cards do put chips on the back side of the PCB, in which case backplate temperatures might be a concern. So let's move on and check that. Oh, look at that, actually just peaked 73. 1 degree difference, nothing crazy. All right, so here we are. Let's take a temperature with the backplate on. We're seeing 100, let's go to where the hotspot was, right about there. 127, 128. So we're probably around 130 around the whole plate. And this is the temperature of the plate itself. So it's between 110 and 130 in that range. There we go, yep, and there it is. There's the hot spot that I had found, 131. Let's move it around a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So about the same range right now, but now let's get under the plate and see how that is. Here we are, temperatures. On the electrical tape, 132. That's about as hot as we got before the plate. We're gonna move to that hot spot that I found right above the logo, 134.8, 135. That's just a tad hotter than what we saw. Let's move it around a little bit more. 135. Oh, did I just see 140? Or are my eyes messing with me? 137. Oh, I found another hot spot. 137 is now the new peak. But that's literally in one spot. There we go. That is around the GPU die. Let's move it around. 134, 134, 132, 133, 134, 129. As we get to the back of the card, the temp starts to go back down. But as we hang around where the GPU die is, 138, 139, and we're gonna see 140? We're gonna see 140? Okay, so 139 was the highest that we saw this time. I'll put you back on in just a second. All right, well, let's get back to the table. Conclusion time. The 134 degree, what is that? Wow. That's Fahrenheit. All right, and so the results are in after 20-ish minutes of GPU stress testing with Unigine Valley, with the plate and without the plate. The GPU core without the plate hit its peak of about 72C, and my notes over there, and that's why I keep looking over there. The hotspot on the backplate, again with no V1 Tech backplate on it, additional backplate on it, the hotspot I saw was 56.6C, and it was about 54C everywhere else on the back of the GPU. Then I put the backplate on the card and then reran the test again for another 20-ish minutes, pulled the panel off, and I did this while it was running, by the way, to make sure that it held its heat. I didn't want to turn it off and risk the GPU losing its heat. Yeah, so while running with the GPU backplate now on, the core went up by about a degree, so it's at 73C. Some might say margin of error. I would say that's an insignificant increase for the most part. And then we have a hotspot on the backplate of 59.4, and that's up by about 3 degrees. And then everywhere else was about 56.6C, and that is up by about 2C. So we're looking at a few degrees C difference with and without the backplate, and almost no measurable difference on the GPU core itself. So if somebody asks the question, does adding an additional backplate on the back of your graphics card on the top of it make temperatures worse? I would then say the answer is not really. Would I say that the RG bling is worth it? Absolutely. Special thanks to V1 Tech for sending this out for the sake of this testing. And honestly, this is one of their pre-made designs that I found on the website, and it looks fantastic. That RGB glow that it has, the entire glow that the case gets as a result, it just looks so good. I'll leave a link down in the description below to V1 Tech if you guys wanted to get plates like this. They also have SSD plates. They have GPU support brackets. Of course, everything is RGB, and that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as what they have. Click the link down below to check out everything else that they have. Anyways, if you like this video, you know what to do. Also, click that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss a single upload. And don't forget, I stream to Twitch every Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific, so feel free to stop by, drop a follow, let's talk some tech. And well, that's Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/Coalition Gaming Crew. Hopefully we'll see you there. What did you guys think of the results? Did it line up with what you were thinking were going to be the results? If so, or if not so, drop a comment down below and let's talk about it. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video, or maybe see you on stream, huh? We do have a ton of videos right over here for you guys to check out. As a matter of fact, I'll link some of the videos where we featured V1 Tech stuff so you guys can get a better idea of what you can do. Custom artwork, absolutely, they'll help you out with that. Or just the really cool pre-made stuff, you know? Check it out. All right, we'll see you guys. Bye.